So here's a story that I find really interesting just from a personal perspective, something that really struck a chord with me. And the title of it is The Genius of the Tinkerer, and it comes from the Wall Street Journal, and it was written by a person named Steven Johnson. So, The Genius of the Tinkerer. The secret to innovation is combining odds and ends, writes Steven Johnson. In the year following the 2004 tsunami, the Indonesian city of Melambo received 8 neonatal incubators from international relief organizations. Several years later, when an MIT fellow named Timothy Prestero visited the local hospital, all 8 were out of order, the victim of power surges and tropical humidity, along with the hospital staff's inability to read the English repair manual. Mr. Prestero and the organization he co-founded, Design That Matters, had been working for several years on a more reliable and less expensive incubator for the developing world. In 2008, they introduced a prototype called the NeoNurture. It looked like a streamlined modern incubator, but its guts were automotive. Sealed beam headlights supplied the crucial warmth. Dashboard fans provided filtered air circulation. Door chimes sounded alarms. You could power the device with an adapted cigarette lighter or a standard issue motorcycle battery. Building the NeoNurture out of car parts was doubly efficient because it tapped both the local supply of parts and the local knowledge of automobile repair. You didn't have to be a trained medical technician to fix the NeoNurture. You just needed to know how to replace a broken headlight. So, this one here is a really great story because it talks about, of course, being innovative. So here are some really good expressions and vocabulary that you should know for this particular story. Okay, so first of all, what is a tinkerer? And next, odds and ends. And let's see, another one that I want to show you was, well, certainly, of course, this here. What is a neonatal incubator? What is a relief organization? What is an MIT fellow? And, of course, let's see here. What's another good one here? Alright, less expensive incubator. Okay, developing world. Prototype. Oh, right, here. A streamlined modern incubator. What is streamlined? And then guts. But its guts were automotive guts. What is a sealed beam headlight? Let's see here. Let's see. What's another good one? Door chimes. Okay, what is a door chime, actually? Maybe you don't know what that is. An adapted cigarette lighter. Standard issue, right. What is standard issue? And what is doubly efficient? And when it says tapped both the local supply of parts and the local knowledge, when it says tapped, what is that? And let's see here. Okay, there you go. That pretty much covers it, I think. So that's a really great story about innovation and some really good and useful vocabulary and expressions that you should know.